welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to be checking out a few of the markets here in Bangkok. Things have been a little down low since we came, and we really wanted to see how far along the city is with getting back to where it was, and we figured that the markets are a really good place to get a pulse on the city. So today we are going to be checking out a few of the really popular markets, a couple of the night markets, and let's go find out what the situation's like. So we are within the streets and alleyways of Chinatown, and it is really crowded here. Not with that many tourists, I would say, more locals. Actually, we would be the only tourists here, but it's a lot of energy here, and it's really nice with all the tiny little shops selling all sorts of things that anything you can imagine is right here. It's super busy, and much to my relief, it's covered and there's AC leaking in from the shop, so it makes it a little cooler here than it is outside, so that is really awesome. I think that one other thing you should do is you should try the food when you're here. Because this is Chinatown after all, so you can expect a different kind of flavor profile in the food. We haven't checked it out, we might, but definitely check it out.
Also, they had really good toilets.
Oh yes, I needed to go to the toilet. How was it?
It was good.
Good, so that's always a good point. So one thing you have to be really careful of is your pockets, and it's way better if you can carry something in front of you, unlike us, so you can be a little more relaxed when you do your shopping. As you can see back there, it says beware of your pocket. So if you come here, maybe carry something small that you can swing in front of you. That's always better.
But so far, it hasn't been too bad now, right?
What?
We haven't noticed that many like pickpockets sort of.
I mean, I hope not, but the thing is that it'll be too late by the time you know, and a lot of people have warned us, and you can see all the locals carry their bags in front as well. And this happened to my mom many years ago in Pratunam market, so it happens quite often, so it's better to be careful about. I thought I would discuss about the current state with masks here in Thailand as well. I don't think it's mandatory because nobody seems to be enforcing the rule like they were in Dubai. But all the locals seem to want to wear their masks, and out of respect, especially in closed off spaces, I do wear my mask. I've been told once to wear my mask by a security guard when I was going into a mall. But other than that, nobody has really told you to put your mask back on, especially outside. So I do tend to take my mask off outside because it is really hot. Wearing the mask just makes it even more uncomfortable. I mean, if I have to wear it, hey, like with my cap and my mask, my whole face is covered. Nobody knows who I am, and I'm not getting any sun damage. So maybe it's a good thing. Of transport around Thailand, the tuk-tuk. So obviously I'm from Sri Lanka, and tuk-tuks are not like a very new thing to me. However, these tuk-tuks are really different from what we have back home because they're actually open on all of the night, and that allows for so much more fresh air. And they're slightly bigger with more leg room, and they're really colorful and like fun designs, to be honest. Yes, much faster. You gotta actually hold on. And I would say maybe even, I would go as far as to say a little bit more difficult to negotiate with. You got to be a little careful. Always negotiate your prices because they always tell you a price that's a little bit above, I think. But other than that, it's a great experience that you must have when you're in Thailand. I would say specifically Bangkok because it's a very important way of getting around. MBK Mall is a great place to get all your shopping done because they have everything that you need in one place, from camera gear, clothes, shoes, fragrances, skincare, whatever you want. It's all right here, and it's at a very decent price point. It's one of the lower end malls compared to Platinum Mall and some of the bigger malls. But I really love it, and when I came to Thailand 10 years ago, this was my favorite place to shop as a broke teenager, and I got some really cool deals. So should definitely drop by, check it out. One more thing is we've seen the most amount of tourists that we have seen this entire trip so far right here at the mall. So there really are quite a few of them here. They're just obviously concentrated in little pockets like shopping areas like MBK Mall.
Heaven.
Yeah, literally 5 seconds ago he said, I think we're done here, we should leave, and then he turned around and said, oh, there's a camera on film, let's go.
One thing to note about shopping in the main malls in Bangkok is that majority of them are walking distance from each other. And in the event that you do need to go further, there are plenty of modes of transportation readily available.
We wanted to show you guys some of the higher end malls as well. So Paragon is a perfect example. They have everything that you would want on the higher end of brands that you're looking for. To be honest, everything here is a little bit too expensive for me. I'm an MBK kind of girl, maybe a Platinum Mall kind of girl, but this is it. This is where you come when you want all your big branded stuff.
There isn't much of a crowd.
There isn't, surprisingly, but I guess that's just another sign of what's really happening in the city right now. It's mainly locals, a few foreigners here and there, but overall the crowd flow in the mall is quite low, which might be a good thing for you if you're trying to do some shopping without having to struggle through a crowd. For our last market for today, I really wanted to show you guys a night market, but I have made a noob mistake, which is that there are no night markets today apparently, and most of them start Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I should have known this. And Siloam Night Market was one of the most popular places that I really wanted to try, that had a lot of good reviews. Unfortunately, it seems that I have completely missed the memo, and Siloam Night Market used to happen on this road right here, but it hasn't happened here for the last 2 years. So whoopsie, I'm gonna have to find another night market to show you guys somewhere down our stay. But we did find an interesting alley right here, which seems to be like a tiny little red light district. So if that tickles your fancy, that's still here. But for now, we're gonna find a way. We walked so much, so many kilometers, our feet are hurting so much. And now we're gonna just go find a place to grab something to eat and head off to sleep because we're so tired. Bit of a disappointment, but I will see you when I see you again. So we are at the Talin Chan market, and it is quite happening. They've got music going on, they've got lots of street food vendors by the side of the river, and of course people actually cooking in their boats, which is quite interesting, and a lot of different local snacks and sweets and other things that you can eat and try. So it's a really great place actually to come and try a lot of the local food that you don't get to see in other places in Bangkok. This is actually a very authentic part of Thai culture, floating markets, because back in the day the river channels were a very essential form of transport, and that's how the floating markets essentially came to be, because people used to gather at the river channels to sell goods to each other, and that's how eating at the floating markets also became a thing, because people would sell food right out of their boats. And today the floating markets are slightly more stationary, I would say. Nobody's actually selling out of their boats. There are a few boats attached to the side of this, what do you call this thing we're on? Yeah, of this barge that we're on. And cooking, which is a very interesting side, but overall the cultural aspect is still there, because a lot of the dishes that you get here are actually fish. So it's a good place to come and try some seafood, I would say. Personally, I really love this experience, and if you're not somebody who's comfortable to eat by the side of canals and stuff, maybe this isn't for you. But for me, I really love experiences like this, and I feel like this is how you get closer to the actual people, the locals, and how they live and their flavors, perhaps. So I would really recommend this. Definitely check out a floating market when you're here. The Talin Chan floating market, good option.
If you've got an appetite to experience the famous Bangkok street food, but not so much for the busy streets and the sweaty outdoor walks, then the indoor floating market at Icon Siam is a must visit to experience all things Thai with the luxury of AC and hygienic seating. And there are quite a few hidden gems here that you might not even find out on the streets.
Unfortunately, we've got another miss. I was really looking forward to hitting up Chatuchak market, and it's open in the night as well, but apparently it closes at 9 o'clock. It's 9:30 now. Google says it closes at 12, so I don't recommend that you check anything and go by just Google alone, because I think most of the information is outdated. As you can see, there's quite a few people behind me who are still arriving and they're saying closed, so that's very disappointing. We need to find somewhere else to have dinner now. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you guys a night market. We're gonna have to close this vlog as well without one. But hey, by the time you come here, everything will probably be in full swing. And that is it for this one, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!